Great. So this afternoon, we have the privilege of having Amy and Anthony with us from the
Hello.
Collaborative for Directed Support New Jersey, and they will be presenting on the topic Self-Direction in You, Finding Support Staff for Life After High School. So with that, Amy and Anthony, take it away.
Thanks, Lisa.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Thank you. As Lisa mentioned, my name is Amy Jedele, and I work as the Director of Projects and Innovation for Values into Action, which is a founding member of the Collaborative for Citizen-Directed Supports, whereby I also work as the Project Director for the MAP, which we'll be talking about today through the Collaborative. Anthony is my friend and colleague. Anthony, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah. My name is Anthony Vazquez. I'm a self-advocate. I've been working with the collaborative now for 3 years. I basically give them my feedback on certain situations, and I give my life experience, and through that um we figure out different ways to help with this collaborative.
Thanks, Anthony. So you might be asking yourself, who is the Collaborative for Citizen-Directed Supports New Jersey? You'll also hear us being referred to as the Collaborative or the Collab or the Collab NJ. But our official title is the Collaborative for Citizen-Directed Supports New Jersey, and we're a membership organization. We started in, I think it was 2017, and we're comprised of different self-advocates, family members, and professionals who are in support of self-directed services. So we have on our team now various support coordination agencies, supports brokerage agencies, self-advocates. We call people that identify or who experience disabilities who are in support of self-direction. We call them self-advocates here. And then also their family members as well. And membership is open to all. If you're interested in that, I will share my contact information with you at the end of this presentation. So just to summarize who we are, a membership organization, we're dedicated to expanding opportunities for people with disabilities to be able to participate in the design, delivery, and evaluation of the services with the support they need and from whom they want. That's really, really important to us. Ultimately, this means that people and their families are supported in living lives of their meaning, of their own choosing. And we are focused on innovation and services and expanding and improving self-direction and disability supports in New Jersey. We're a member of DDD's Support Coordination Leadership Forum through the Collaborative, and so we get to advise on different processes for that as well. So we're here to talk to you today about the interactive map, which the Collaborative started in 2020 at the height of the pandemic. We've been acting since then as a bridge to connect people in need of support services to those who are ready, willing, and able to provide services. You all might remember that during 2020, there was a period of lockdown, at which point all congregate settings, all services pretty much closed at that point, and people were inside their homes, and people who experienced disabilities were unable to access their traditional programs, whether it be a day program or a service provided program. And they also didn't necessarily have support staff within their home to assist them with various things such as activities of daily living. And so we thought it would be a great way to create this concept called the interactive map, which we'll show you how to use in a little bit, to be able to connect people who are willing and able at that time, and still at this point willing and able to work within the context of and close within people's communities. And so the map was able to connect folks that needed supports and services to those who were able to provide them, whether it was a direct support professional agency in operation or a self-directed employee, which we'll talk about in a moment. We bring you award-winning innovation. We won through the Collaborative, the interactive map, I should say, won the grand prize for the Administration for Community Living's Blazing New Trails for Community-Based Support Professionals 2021 contest. In case you all are not familiar, the Administration for Community Living is at the very top of the food chain for all disability and human service type things. And they put out a federal contest for an innovative idea on how to improve what was called, and it still is somewhat called, the DSP crisis. So there's a shortage of professionals to be able to provide and are able to provide services, not just in New Jersey, but across the nation for people that experience disabilities. And so we entered this prize with a hope and a dream that we would win. We were up against a lot of really big names, colleges, very well-established national organizations. And here we were, this tiny little group of volunteers, which I forgot to mention, the collaborative is run by all volunteers, with the exception of Anthony. He is a self-advocate who is paid for his services. But the rest of us here are volunteer based. And so we weren't sure if we were going to have an opportunity to win. And we did. We won the first round, which was pretty exciting. I think it was maybe $10,000. And then we were invited to participate in the second round, and we won that. And then we won the grand prize, which was a third round. And we had to present and compete against 6 other agencies throughout this process that were in the final. So we were really excited to win that. And since then, we've been presenting all throughout New Jersey and also in other states, because other states are really excited to hear or have heard, about this project. And we're excited to bring it into their own state, which we're in the process of figuring out how to do that for others. So our interactive MAP members are comprised of direct support professional agencies. Those are provider organizations that hire direct support staff to be able to provide direct support services for people with disabilities. And so they're a provider organization. They train, manage, and hire, and then subsequently would send out a DSP to a person who is requesting supports. Supports brokerage agencies, they help people with disabilities. It's a service that you can pay for through your DDD budget, and they help to identify, hire, and train self-directed employees. Self-directed employees are very similar to what is called a DSP, a direct support professional. However, they are hired by the individual or family member themselves, the person who is actually utilizing and needing and requesting services. They are generally the employee of record, or the family member as the employee of record. Also, the interactive MAP members are self-advocates, people who are looking for services and are requesting services, and their family members. The benefits of the interactive MAP are that qualified providers, also known as DSP agencies, are able to list their professional services on the MAP. At the height of COVID, we had quite a few DSP participating agencies. It's since dwindled since then, and we're really heavy with self-directed employees, and we'll talk about that in a moment. Benefits for a self-directed employee to join the MAP is that they can advertise their availability and find hours available. So anyone can be a self-directed employee. You just have to pass a background check, a drug test, and I think that's it, actually, a background check and a drug test, which is facilitated through the employer of record, through that paperwork rather. And they can they can post their services available on the MAP. So if I were a person that maybe had some extra hours that I wanted to work with people with disabilities in my community and go out in the community with them, maybe I want to offer to be able to either help with job support, or maybe I want to help with laundry or cleaning the house, or just hanging out, watching TV, going to sporting events, maybe coffee shops, shopping, helping with activities of daily living. All of those things are what a self-directed employee could be. And if I wanted to do that, I could put myself on the MAP, and people could reach out to me to hire me if they wanted to, located within my area or whichever region that I specify that I'm available to travel. And then self-advocates and family members are also able to advertise their specific schedule and needs on the MAP as well. And this is all for free. There is no cost to do this. So why should a self-advocate or family member use the MAP? It's an easy way to post requests for support and a hiring opportunity. So as we mentioned earlier in this conversation, there has been what's known as a DSP crisis, right? There's a shortage. There's a staffing shortage, not just with this particular service, but with a lot of services, as we've learned throughout the transition conference this week. So oftentimes, if a person has kind of gone through their support system and maybe they want to hire somebody that's already they know, or somebody that's within their support system, or maybe they don't have any available people that they can hire within their current support system or their friends or family, they can then post out on the map of a way to outreach to other people that they may not yet know. It's also an additional tool for personal staff recruitment, and you can update your post listing based on real-time needs. And so in order to do that, we just ask you send us an email, ask us to update your listing, and we can do that. And once again, it's free to post your request for service. Oh, my PowerPoint's frozen, sorry. Why should support coordinators or supports brokers use the map? I want to point out at this point, others can use the map as well. Any professional can really help to connect somebody that's in need or requesting services to the map. But oftentimes within our system, because we are serving adults 21 and up, oftentimes it's the support coordinators and supports brokers that are accessing the map in the professional capacity, but anybody can help us to connect others, and students can apply for this as well through their, they can ask for their school staff to help them do this as well. So it's an easy to use resource to find available staff for people and families in need of support. It's always a free resource to people to advertise the supports that they want. And it's a tool to offer DSPs, direct support professionals, and SDEs, self-directed employees, who are looking for meaningful work. What can the interactive map do and not do for you? So the interactive map does advertise staffing needs and availability. It provides a resource, a bridge to connect people to find supports that they need, and it helps staff and people keep in touch with each other. It does not contact people for you, so it won't contact a supports broker for you, or a self-directed employee for you, or a direct support professional for you. It does not replace your supports broker or a supports coordinator, and it does not enroll, screen, or train staff. It is simply a bridge to connect people in need of supports to those that are willing and available and able to provide those supports. Think of it as a tool in your toolbox. So throughout the processes of applying for that contest that I spoke about in the beginning with the Administration for Community Living, we held various roundtables throughout the community, and we continue to do so periodically. We always are getting feedback about the map. One of the cool things about the map is that it has been revised and edited and updated based on people's feedback through these roundtable sessions. And there's actually a plan in place to make the map even more robust than it currently is. So some of the feedback that we've heard from people from a supports broker, they said the map is a game changer. A self-advocate said they're not a tech person and the map is really easy for them to use. Direct support professional said that the beauty of the map is its simplicity. Also, again, really easy to use. And our secret, you guys, is it's a Google map. So you're going to see that in a moment. It's really easy to use. And this could be the answer to everyone's prayers, is what a former DSP has said. Sorry, my PowerPoint keeps freezing. So right now we're going to invite you on a live demo on how to use the interactive map. And this is a video with Anthony. If you can, just do thumbs up, because I can't see you all on the screen, to let me know that you can hear the audio.
Hello, my name is Anthony Vazquez. I am a self-advocate advisor for the Collaborative for Citizen Directive Supports New Jersey. The Collaborative has created the interactive map as a tool for people with disabilities and families to help find support in their area. It is also a place for professional support people to list their services. I'm going to show you how to use our interactive map. First thing you do is go to the Collaborative website. My assistant, Amy, will show you how to do that now. As you can see on the right of the map, we have the map's legend that shows different icons. The hand holding a heart is for district support professional agencies. The icon of the man walking represents self-directed employees. The plus sign represents people seeking support. Now that you know the icons, what the icons stand for, my assistant Amy will show you how to use the map to find resources. First, you look at the city or town that you are looking for support in. For my instance, I will use Trenton, New Jersey. Amy is going to use her mouse to zoom in on the Trenton area. As you can see, there are different types of icons in that region. If you click on one of these icons, someone in my area who's interested in working will appear. You can click on the icon and it will either have an email or a phone number that you can call to get in contact with that person to see if they are a good fit for you. The people all over New Jersey who use this map are the reason why I believe this is a good piece of technology, is because it is simple and easy to connect with different agencies and people to find individualized help. As someone who uses services, I'm glad this technology exists. Thank you. Hello.
Anthony, I am
Yeah.
so sorry that I got very carried away when I was presenting on the map that I forgot to stop and give you a moment to share your experience. Would you mind letting us know how the maps worked for you, or any feedback that you have for us about the map, or even working with the collaborative?
Yes. I've been working with the collaborative now for 3 years and helping with the map. And I say that it's a very easy and simple technology to use. And I believe that in the future, as the technology gets better and better, it will get much better, much easier for people that are non-technical to use it.
Thank you. I'm going to move on to the next slide and share our contact information with you. And then we're going to do a live map demo with all of you so we can use the map together. I see there's some things in the chat. I'm not sure if they're questions, so we'll get to that in a moment. If you have any questions about how you can use the map, or if you want to join the map, you can visit our website, which I'll show you how to do in a moment, but you can reach out to us at thecollaborativej@gmail.com. I'm just going to stop share for now so that I can take a look at any questions we might have, and then I'll do a live map demo. Does that sound okay?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Amy, the questions seem to be just if you can share the link. We're excited about using it.
Yeah, sure. So let's do that right now. Give me 1 second. I have to pull this up on screen for you guys. Okay, here we go. And you all can see this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so at the top here, you just go to collaborativej.org, and then you'll click on the interactive map, which I've already done, so we're set up for that. And then when you are joining or having questions, or you want to look at this from a different perspective, you would just click self-advocates, how to use the map, DSP agency, how to use the map, or self-directed employee, how to use the map, and it'll give you the directions and instructions on how to do so. So when we scroll down here, here is the map. Oops, sorry. This is not the way it was before. So I'm going to use my mouse. Sometimes when you're on a touch screen or an iPad, you can use your fingers to expand it. So you'll touch the map itself. And I'm using my mouse to do this. So I'm zooming in and out, and I can move it side to side, And so you'll see the icons that we talked about. As I was mentioning before, we used to have a lot of DSP agencies. We have a lot more self-directed employees now. And also we have quite a few people that are requesting services. So I'm just going to enlarge the map for you guys, and we're going to take a look at what that might look like. Does anybody have a region that they'd want to look at specifically? And I'm not able to see the chat, so you're welcome to unmute yourself if you'd like to look at an area, and I can open that up for you on the map.
So we have Gloucester County.
Gloucester, I think that's in South Jersey. Is that right?
Yes. Mhm.
Okay. And so please forgive me because I'm from Essex. I don't know exactly where Gloucester is. Is it down here? Am I in the right area? Or am I too far?
It said south of Camden.
South of Camden. Okay, so this is the Camden area. This is the Camden area here. And so while these look like they're really far spread out, they're actually closer together in regions. So this area right now, if this is Gloucester, it does not look like there's services available or people requesting services, but I'll just kind of scooch in over here. Gold Medal Home Health is actually an agency that's part of the collaborative. They are the organization that helps us to keep the map updated. So they have their listings on here, and I'll show you. When I open theirs up, generally they just have the contact information and the DSP number on there. You'll find more information if you were to click on a self-directed employee, for example. You'll find that person's phone number, their name, the gender, how many years experience they have, where they live. So this person, while we looked at the Camden area, they actually live in Philadelphia and they're willing to travel and do overnights. They are CPR certified and have AED, which I don't know, and first aid certification, and they have a driver's license. And then they've passed the state requirements for the other for SDEs within the last 6 months. So that means that they've passed their background check and fingerprinting within the last 6 months, so that if another person wanted to reach out and hire them, they're good to go. They don't have to go through all that process all over again. I'll show you what it looks like when you're a person requesting supports. Generally, that does not have as much information. So we don't post the person's phone number per se, and we don't post their name for privacy reasons. So there does have to be an email address so that a person could reach out to them if they want to talk to them about being interviewed to provide supports for them. So this person is located in Newfields. Their gender is female. They're 37 years old. They would like supports for 18 hours a week, and this is the schedule that they're looking to receive services for. I'll just scooch over here. We're really top heavy in the north, you'll see.
Yeah, we had a request for Union County.
Union County. Okay, I think that is Livingston Summit over here. In this area, Hillside, correct? Am I in the right area? I think I am. So you'll see Gold Medal Home Health has a lot of DSP providers available there, and there's a handful of self-directed employees. So this person's name is Talupe. They provided their phone number. She has 9 years experience, and she's located in Union, New Jersey specifically. Not all DSPs will write about, it's really voluntary, right? So they can provide as much or as little information as they want to, is what they're comfortable with having online. But the bare minimum self-directed employee does need to provide their contact information for an individual to be able to reach out to them. We have a list here, contact agencies that are listed on the map, frequently asked questions, and glossary of terms. So you guys have been here for a couple of days now. You hear a lot of acronyms, right? We call it it's like learning a whole new language. It's an alphabet. And so we use different terms, and you can click on here to find out some of those terms in the self-directed world. Any questions for us, for Anthony and I?
Not so much question. We do have one comment that it looks like Hunterdon County looks underserved.
Yeah.
Sure. More than one county.
And that's for a lot of services I'm learning. We've noticed in the southwest and the upper northwest of the state, there seems to be less services overall for people to access. Hopefully that'll be improving soon, but we've also learned throughout this week that not only is there, a challenge in finding and identifying staff, which is the purpose of the map itself, was to help to create and connect people to those services, but there's a shortage overall for providers and service workers within the disability community, unfortunately, at this time. So what's great about the map is it's, we kind of refer to it as a gig economy. So some people are open to and like to do DoorDash or Uber. This is a way that we feel is safer, because you do have to go through the background check, and you do have your fingerprinting, but you get to choose your own hours. You get to give back to people and be a part of the community and be a part of somebody's life, and maybe even make some friends out of it. So it's a really great opportunity. We hope that you find it helpful. And if you have any questions, I put our website address in the chat. I'll also put our email address in here as well. Anthony, do you have anything that you want to add, or something that I missed?
No, just that I think this is a great piece of technology, and I think that everybody should give it a try. And because I even used it and it worked for me. So
Awesome. We love to hear that. Thank you. Yeah. If anyone has questions, we invite you to unmute yourself. You can talk to us if you want, or you can put in the chat. I see that there's more requests for different, checking out different regions. I can do that if you'd like me to do that, or we can end the session early. It's up to you. What about under 21? So Jill, great question. This, when you are in the under 21 system, it's a different way to access services. So there is not a budget, like, as you know, through DDD, for example. People are able to use the budget that's allocated by DDD as identified through the NJCAT, the New Jersey Comprehensive Assessment Tool, that gives them a tier based on their request or I should say level of supports that has been identified for them to be able to live a great life. And so this map specifically is for people that are over 21. I don't see why we couldn't add people under 21 to it, but that would have to be a private pay service that the DDD budget would not cover, because the person has to be 21 to be able to access their budget. Sure. You're welcome. Thanks for all the compliments I see in the chat. Appreciate that. It's been a lot of fun, very rewarding to work on this project, especially with Anthony. He and I do a lot of presentations together.
Yeah, a lot.
You know what I forgot to mention? We actually, because of the interactive map, the collaborative won the New Jersey Council on Developmental Disabilities Systems Change Award last year, which was a huge honor, huge honor. And it was the first time many of us got to meet in person, because we've been Zooming since before the pandemic, right? And Anthony mentioned joined during the pandemic. And so he and I actually, well, no one in the collaborative had ever gotten to meet Anthony in person yet because of the pandemic. So during the council's award ceremony, it was a brunch, and we all got to meet and had such a great time. And it was a huge honor too. And Anthony got to take home the award, which I thought was really exciting.
Yeah, I still have it.
Yeah. I love it.
Thank you.
You can see the chat, Anthony?
Yeah, I can see it.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Caroline. I appreciate that. Caroline's, for those that are listening to the recording, she says she's going to pass on to the school and county services, hoping to attract services in our area. As I mentioned before, we're looking to, expand the map in various capacities, whether it's through other states, but we're also looking to add layers to it, right? So we hear through these roundtables that, people are looking for service providers, whether it's a psychiatrist that services people with disabilities, or a dentist that's able to work with somebody who has an autism diagnosis, or even barbers, people to be able to go into a safe space or a place that's sensory friendly. There's consideration to expand the map to add different layers of services to be able to connect others to that. Well, if no one has any other questions.
Yes, no, just some comments that it would be amazing to add those extra resources in there.
Thank you. I'll bring that back to the board. Thanks.
So great, this has been wonderful. Thank you so much to our presenters today, Amy and Anthony from the
Thank you.
Collaborative New Jersey. Thank you so much for the knowledge and all your resources. And that concludes our workshop for this evening, for this afternoon, I should say. So I will stop recording.